Hello, hello, how are you? This is JilliBling. Today's project is all about Fright Night and treat boxes. So here it is. Happy Halloween. Closes up. BOO, EEK. Is that fun? I love this. So I saw this online and it is very, very similar to Catheryn's, and her blog is in the pink. And in the video description, I have a link to her tutorial. She gets through this, and I think it's less than 10 minutes. And hers is really cute. So feel free to watch that one too, but I'm going to give it a try and make it. So I have a few different variations, but it all came from her idea. And I made mine just a little bit different size, but again, it's very similar, and it all came from her idea. Happy Halloween. Then on the inside, it says BOO. And I was going to put the BOO down here, but if I put a few Hershey's Nuggets down here, then you wouldn't see the BOO. Well, I guess once you ate the candy, you would. So you could do it either place. Happy Halloween! BOO, EEK! Happy Halloween! Okay, so you ready to get started? I wish I could do it in less than 10 minutes, but I think I'm just not capable. Maybe I talk too much. And she was, on her video, she is like on it. She knows the sizes, and she gets right to it. I guess I do a little bit of talking. Fright Night Bundle, which includes spider webs in the bundle, a spider, a banner for these cute little words, and also the dies, words for the season. Has all the perfect words. And we're going to be using the Happy Halloween, and I've already used the Happy Autumn. That was fun. Okay, let's go. My score tool. I haven't used this in, it's been a while. But that's just because Catheryn used hers, so it's like, oh, I need to use mine. I was going to use my cutter. Okay, so right now we're going to make the box. And we can make it in black or in, did you notice that? The box, this one is in Blackberry Bliss. And this one is in black. They all have the black bottom. But I want to use this stamp like Catheryn used. I was trying to shake it up and do something a little bit different by using this other stamp and then just putting words on top of it. And I tried doing it in Granny Apple Green, and it's okay, but I'm not sure. I really like the basic gray, because I think it's similar to the sides and similar to the back, the black bottom. Okay, so let's just stick with the Blackberry Bliss since I have it here, and we will be using all of these pieces. See, that's all that it takes to make this cute box, treat box. Okay, these can go right there. Okay, can you see the top? Put that in the corner. And get out my bone folder, and I'll take a picture of my little template, and that shows you the size to cut the paper and then where to do the scoring, but we'll do it together right now. And if you don't want to try to figure out, okay, where is that, what's the next one, I have it listed right here. So right now we're going to score at 3 3/4, 1 3/4, 5 1/4, 6 1/4. Okay, 3/4. When she was doing hers, she just was like, okay, these are the measurements, and she just got right to it. I'm impressed. 5 1/4 and 6 1/4. I probably should have checked. Is this the right direction? Yes. I think I did check. Okay, turn it off. So now I'm going to do these scores. Scoring at 1/2, 2, 3, and 4 1/2. And like I said, I'll put this a picture of the template on my blog, so you don't have to write anything down if you don't want to. 1/2, 2, 3, 4 1/2. Bang, it's done. Okay, done with that. So now I'm going to put this on top, and because sometimes I need help with things, I'm going to just put an X in all the boxes that it's going away. And I could look at the template each time, but chances are I'd get confused. And it's going to also cut in a little bit on each of these little flaps. Okay, so let me get something dark on, well, where's that scoreboard? That was dark. Okay, so we're right here. So it says to cut this one off. And it says to cut it right to here. All the way in. Okay, this one says cut it all the way in. This one says, the X, I'm going to cut it off here in just a minute. Cut that rectangle out. This one right here. Okay, all these have X's on them, so they're all going to go away. Whoa, we got one side done. Okay, so this other side has an X on it. It's going to go away. From here all the way into the box base. This one all the way in. One more. These go away. And this one goes away. Okay, I would like to say we're done cutting, but we're not. We're going to do just kind of softening the edges. And what I mean by that is when you look at these, like right here, hold on. See right there how there's just a little bit of an angle? That just makes it so that everything folds nice and it glues together nice. You could try it without doing that, but then after you start trying, you'll say, forget it, I know why she did that. And then same with these. So let's cut all these little triangles out, these little wedges out. Okay, so maybe just like that. There it is. So I'm going to cut out that angle, and I'll show you how much I'm cutting off. And if you cut off like more of an angle, that's fine. If you cut off less of an angle, that's fine. You see how tiny that is? That's probably like an 1/8 or a 1/16 of an inch, somewhere in between. And it doesn't matter, and even if you're not consistent when you're doing it, it's fine. Okay, so on this longer flap, this one right here, I'm cutting just an angle just on this last rectangle, not on this one. And if you happen to cut an angle on that, this one right here, closer to the box, it's all still going to be fine. Okay, and on the little flap, and on the flap, see those angles, they're bigger. Not on purpose, they just are. Angle, angle. See, now I'm like a pro. I got the angle part down. Okay, that's it. This one even got a little wavy, but that's going to be hidden inside the box with glue on it. It doesn't matter. It won't be seen. Okay, so we are done with this. Let's make our box. Fold it in. We're just doing soft folds right now. And we'll go back with the bone folder and confirm the folds. Or burnish. Some people say burnish. I like that word. But it doesn't come to me naturally, so I don't use it. Oop, there's an angle. Okay. So, here we go. You know what? I should be using a different bone folder. I have so many bone folders. I love bone folders. What did I do before bone folders? I remember at the office, after using one just a few times, it's like, I need that folder thingy. My favorite two bone folders are from, this one is from Carolyn, and this one is from Jude. They're my favorite. They're right there handy. Bo's over there on the couch snoring. Tony's off on a trip. So this is interesting. I probably should know more about it than before I start talking about it. Bill, stepdad Bill, is, I'm going to glue the box together. There we go. He is going on a veterans trip. And he's going to Washington, D.C. They left today, which is Thursday morning. And they went to Portland. They're having meetings. And he gets to bring a chaperone. Guess who he chose for a chaperone? Tony. Tony also is a veteran. That has nothing to do with it. This is all about Bill. So I think you might have seen on TV in years gone by where there's all these veterans and they show pictures of them at different monuments, different points of interest. I wonder if that's going to be Bill and Tony. So a lot of the veterans that go, I think you have to be a certain age to qualify to go, and he is the right age requirement. But with that, they choose veterans that are a little bit older. But Bill has no disabilities. And they keep asking, does he have a walker? Does he need a wheelchair? Does he need assistance? And that's why he has a chaperone coming. He doesn't need any of that. He is very healthy. So, Tony is there more just for fun. But then Bill started thinking about it. And he was like, Tony, I'm used to having my bed warmed up. Will you warm up my bed? You're my chaperone. You're supposed to take care of me. Chaperone isn't even the right word. It's more somebody there just to tend to the veteran. Okay, back to the box. When you're sticking the box together, see how I'm sticking these pieces right here together? After you stick it together and it's not fully glued, look at it and make sure that it's square. That's square. Even from this side. Just because you don't want a wonky box that's kind of leaning off to one side, but just look over all of your connections and just make sure that it looks square. Okay, that's looking good. So that's it for the box. And then this little piece, it's kind of hard to see with the Blackberry Bliss. So the boys are off doing this veterans thing. Ooh, that one closes nice and snug. I think that is just wonderful right now. But probably when I go to put the top on and have it open up easily, I'll be like, that one is a little bit snug. Yeah. Okay, so if you want to put something in the bottom, I probably should have said this before, put it in now, because after you have the larger lid on, the larger bottom on, it doesn't want to open beyond that. So at this point, it opens all the way. So let's put, I have a plan. Oh, let me show you the dies. So you know about the gel pen. If you don't have a gel pen, that's fine. You could just use a pencil. Just something to tell you that, yep, those parts are going away. Here is Granny Apple Green. I tried, not quite sure about it, but now you know. Fright Night dies come with these 2 nesting label dies, and one of them is for the sparkly paper and one of them is for the stamped white paper. The larger one is for the bottom black. Same with this one. Bottom black, stamped white paper, die cut with the smaller one. The larger one is cut with the larger, the sparkly paper is cut with the larger die. Then from a different die set, I have Happy Halloween and EEK and BOO come from Fright Night. That's part of the bundle. It's a really nice bundle. So in the bottom of this one, so on the top I'm going to use this stamp, just like Catheryn. Let me make sure I have her name right. Catheryn, she used, and she heat embossed it. But then on the inside I want to put BOO. I have that ready to go. So the question is, should I put it on the lid or should I put it on the bottom? I don't have any Halloween candy. I probably need to remedy that. There's the cutest commercial on TV right now. You know what? I just realized this is why my videos are longer than 10 minutes. Because I talk about commercials and veterans. Anyhow, I'm going to put it on the lid. I'm going to put it straight. The other one is at an angle. So there's the cutest commercial on TV, and it's a Reese's peanut butter cup, and he's talking in the cutest voice. It's like, so you have a wish list and you want to get your wish list filled. I have an idea of how you could do that. Put, eat, or buy Reese's peanut butter cups on it. Then you could easily check it off. And you know what it does. It has you thinking about Reese's peanut butter cups, and you're like, oh my gosh, I want one. Why am I talking about that? Because I want one. I want one. Okay, there's that. What else? What else is over here? Get to it. Stop the jabbering. Okay, these little pieces are going to go onto the sides. And this paper is, it's pretty floral on the back. But here is one sheet. Look at that one. I want to color that one in. And this is called Botanical Textures. This is a sheet I thought looks Halloween-like. The other side is floral. It's very pretty. Okay, so this page, I love this. I should just keep it like that because this page, I think I used this for, oh, I did another Halloween card using this black and white right here. Isn't that a cute card? That's another thing you could do with the bundle. Just go back a few videos and you'll see this video on how to make this one. But this paper here, when I looked at it, there's a story to tell about it. It has nothing to do with me, but it has something to do with my friend Ruby. So Ruby and her girlfriends went to make one of the husbands a card. And they were just feeling a little feisty, and they decided to take, I'm thinking of a good way to say this. They decided, this every time I look at this paper, it reminds me of that. They decided to take their woman part, put paint on it, and they each went into the bathroom and made their little imprint. Okay, so now when you see this, does it look like an ultrasound or maybe a mammogram or maybe what her card looked like? Anyhow, if you have this paper, I probably ruined it for you. There, that's better. And you know, YouTube, every time, I just said the word woman part, that's not so bad, right? And I guess the husband thought it was hilarious. But every time I go to post a video and YouTube says, okay, we're checking it. I'm like, okay, don't say bad words. I don't cover rough topics or anything. But I wonder if now YouTube is going to flag it and say, you can't put that video up because you referenced something. I didn't say really anything. I just need to use that paper so it's used and appreciated, rather than every time I look at it, me thinking about the hilarious scene that I didn't even take part in it. I just heard about it. Ruby, if you're watching, I hope you're laughing too. Okay, moving on. So putting bling on this. Let's talk about bling. I could talk about bling. Bling, Catheryn, I always want to make sure I say her name right, used in color Timid Tiger dots. So I want to use that today. On the samples, I used rhinestones from Days Gone By and black matte dots, because to me those are kind of Halloween-like. Okay, so you can see that's super easy. Oh, and the paper cut sizes are in the video description. Okay, it's ready for candy. I'm thinking you could put like 4 nuggets in here. Or maybe a long Reese's something or other. See, having that closed up, and because it's glued and there's all those reinforcements, I mean, this, you can, it's nice. Okay, so we already did the words. And now we're going to cut, oh, we have to stamp first. Let's stamp first. There's not much stamping. Okay, on the white paper, Versamark, cutest Halloween stamp ever. I have something to show you. So, like I said, Tony is out on this trip with all these veterans. And so I'm home, and I am Warren's #1. I love it. Like, we do everything all day together. And we're going to do that for 4 days. Well, the weekend's coming up. Anyhow, so we go out on nature walks, and I have to tell him about everything. Because at this point in his world, he probably thinks I know everything. When he gets a little older, he'll know more. Like my son, he could tell you all these animals and birds, and he could tell you everything. Anyhow, right now I could tell Warren stuff. So we walk by the pine cones, and I put them in his lap, and he decides he needs to eat them. And I tell him they're kind of prickly. And then here's a smaller pine cone. Hold on. Let's cook this. Make sure it's all heated, because I don't want any powder coming off. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so we have 3 pieces and 2 dies. These 2 darker pieces are going to be cut with the large die, and the smaller one is going to be cut like that. Okay, let me get those cut out. There they are. Okay, so we're walking around out in the orchard, and I'm telling Warren what all these trees are, and if there's any fruit on them. I'm telling him what kind of fruit they make, and he likes fruit. Okay, which is the top and which is the bottom? That's the top, so I'm going to put blue here and put the black one on. The black one, so you know when you die cut something, and your fingers can say, that's the bottom, that's the underside, this is the top. This time we're going to put the top, the pretty side, right on here. Because if you put the bottom, and it's so, if you do it the other way, it's fine too. But you can kind of feel the edges rounded down a little bit. Okay, so Warren and I were walking through the orchard, and I'm telling them all the fruit. And the apple tree this year has really little apples, and they're not that sweet. And a lot of them have like little bug bites in them and stuff, so whatever. But I gave one to Warren, and I thought, well, it's better than him eating a pine cone. Because when he eats a pine cone, first of all, it's prickly. And he shouldn't be eating a pine cone. It's not going to hurt him or anything. So I'm fishing it out of his mouth. And then I thought, it's probably better for him to hold the apple and eat an apple, even if it's tart. But the little guy likes tart. He likes Tony's plum cake, and that's tart. Okay, so that's there. I was trying to make sure that these sides are equal, and the little reveal right down here and here is equal. It's not equal. This is really small, this is a little bit bigger, but it's still it's close, it's fine. So he started eating this apple, and I'm like, oh, don't get a tummy ache, sweetie. Then his mom came driving up, and I said, yeah, I took the pine cone away, but he thinks this apple is pretty nice. I said, and I shined it. I have on a little cotton dress, so I shined it on the dress, just so, you know how you get that pectin off, or that filmy coating that covers apples naturally. So I said, I got that off. And there's no bugs on this one. But then he started biting it, and he wouldn't let go. And I'm like, that little one sure likes sour stuff. Assuming it's sour. Michaela goes, wait a minute, let me check. She goes, it's not sour, it's really sweet. That's why he keeps on eating it. And he has just, let's see, 2 teeth on the bottom and 4 teeth on the top. And little one he was getting it. I kept on trying to shift it. Let's try again. Anyhow, Michaela's like, oh my gosh, he is so cute. I need to take a picture of this and send it to Evan. So I have that video. I think it's like a minute long. I'll just leave it playing while I try to get this piece on here. I'm just trying to get it equal. Like this side equal to, see, that's a close start. I don't have to shift it too much. Okay, and for some reason, my papers, they kind of warp. I think it's just because I have new plates in there and they're snug. So to hold it down, there. See, this is why my videos go longer than 10 minutes. Okay, oh, there's the plum cake. Where's baby? This is today. What do you have there, sweet boy? What is that? You can see the pine cone on his face. Hi. Is that yummy? Is that yummy? Yes. Ooh. Uh-oh. Where's the girl? First, okay. I'm still recording it. Oh, yes. Yummy. That's for you. You gonna eat it? That's for Warren to eat. Want me to hold it for a second? Yummy. More. Are you gonna bite it? Good thing he has those teeth. Is that good? Give me the apple. Oh. What do you have there, sweet boy? So that's today. That is little one having fun with that apple. And Bo saw Warren eating the apples, So he decided, oh, I'm going to eat some apples too. So BOO was eating apples. And that's when we knew they have to be sweet. And then another thing is Michaela says, so the apples, I hear, this is true, I don't know, but if you shake the branch and if they come off, that means that they're ripe. Like, really? So we shook the tree. Warren thought that was hilarious. So there's like 5 branches on there to shake, but he just thought that was so much fun. And then, because Michaela was holding Warren, and he's getting really heavy, I was down there picking up all these apples, and BOO was trying to eat them. Warren was eating them. We're putting them in a bag. So I wonder what they're going to make with them. Okay, which ribbon? And before you say one or the other, keep in mind that the layer underneath here is going to be petunia pop. So if it looks like this BOO, you know what? This ribbon is peach pie, and I put on timid tiger dots for that BOO. Why do I have to choose? When I have class, I say, I don't know, but you get to choose. Oh, doesn't that look good? See, that might get lost. Okay. Should I do a regular BOO or a double BOO? Go ahead and try double BOO. Just because. Oh, that cut's nice. So when you attach something to glimmer, glitter paper, if you use glue, you'll need to use a lot of glue because the glue soaks into the glitter areas. Or use dimensionals. So on both the samples I use dimensionals. But if you do glue, you'll probably need to weight it down. I like that. It's a little bit big for it, but somehow I like it. Well, I'll try this one too. I could always do a single BOO. Doing a single BOO is like having a card without bling on it. I'll try. See, this one is a little bit more delicate of a fiber and a little bit smaller. See, that one just gets lost in there. That one doesn't. I'll try regular BOO. I want a cute BOO. The dog is probably going to think I'm saying his name. Oop. Oop. You know what? I'm all about the over excessive ribbon. Floats my boat. Okay, so I'm going to put on this piece with dimensionals. Probably more than what's necessary. Oh, and you know, if you have dimensionals and you have that outer edge, Lori Hancock, if you're watching this, just so you know, I can't help myself. I have to put too much dimensionals on. That's just, you know what? I'm breaking it to make it, so I'm using, there. Yeah. Break this one up. Half there, half here. That is like fulfilling, putting on too many dimensionals. That's like getting a project done and it looks good. Then you're like, oh, Yeah. Putting on too many dimensionals. That's similar. Look at that. Oh, we need more. I know you're saying just put it here in the corner, right? I don't, but what if the paper is kind of wavy? You know what? With gray hair, each hair that's getting gray, I'm liking to put on more and more dimensionals. Because I can. Look how cute. Okay, so this one might be my favorite. Just like Catheryn did it. Same but different. You guys should watch her video. And comment. Tell her, good job, Catheryn. You have all of us making Fright Night treat boxes. So I'm going to make it a little bit shorter than I normally would, just because the stamp is so cute. And having it embossed in black, and I know it's covering up the bat, but if you really want to see the bat, you can push the ribbon out of the way. A little bit of glue, lock it in place. The bling is on there. The candy is missing till I get my Reese's. Okay. Yeah, I do like this one best. There it is. What do you think? Okay, give me a thumbs up, do a like and a share and subscribe. And thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day. Bye.